Hi, Sonali.
Hey, hi, Rahul.
How are you?
Yeah, I'm good. How are you?
Thank you.
Hi, Sonali.
Hey, hi. Hmm. Okay, let's get started. I will share my screen. Okay, so for this session, we are going to cover up this application. This is an enterprise management tool application. So where we have multiple applications present over here. So this one is employee. This is similar to the Orange CRM application that we have.
Sonali, we
Sonali,
cannot see your screen. Yeah.
Yeah.
You cannot see the screen. Okay,
It's
just
still loading, I guess.
I started, yeah.
okay, just a second.
Yeah, we can see.
You can see it now.
Yeah.
We
Yes. Okay.
Yes.
So you guys have gone through the CRM Orange CRM application, right?
yes.
So
Yeah.
can anyone of you tell me what exactly it was about, what we were doing over there?
Well, like leave management kind of things.
Okay. We were basically maintaining how the employees are there, how many employees are there. We can add new employees and all, right? And also their leaves and all.
Yeah.
So let's come to okay. Let's discuss what different kind of test scenarios can you find out on this particular page. Can we go one by one? What are the different test scenarios that you can see?
Like one
So
for the
here we
log. Go ahead, Mansi.
So here we have one feature to discuss, like for the employee in the same company, they will have this feature where they can discuss the whatever their issues are. Then the dashboard and the invoice. So these are the features on one particular application for this particular employees of the company.
Okay, just for this page, if someone asks you to write down some test scenarios, what basically test scenarios are you going to write?
So first I will try to click. Okay, go ahead, sir. Sania. It's okay.
No. So first one, I think we will check for the URL, like it loads properly or not. Like if we enter that URL, then like for if we click on discuss, it will open that particular window or not. So like for all of these, the first one, like some would be like that.
Okay, what else can you think of?
The negative test scenario, like the positive and the negative scenarios, like when we click on, for example, on one tab like discussion, it should load the other page related to the discuss tab. And the negative scenario is like if you are clicking it on a discuss tab and it is opening a dashboard page, so that will be one of the negative test scenario in this case.
Okay. This is not a negative scenario. This is a bug that you're talking about. A negative scenario would be something where you're giving a wrong input
Okay.
and then you're expecting the results. So here the input will be that you're clicking on it, but if the functionality is not working fine, then it's a bug.
Okay.
Anything else? What else are you seeing on the screen?
The login one.
Yes, the login ones. Apart from
And
that,
chat,
what else?
chat, and
Yeah.
Timer.
time.
Correct. So whenever if someone asks you to write down a test cases or test scenarios for a particular page, look out everywhere on the screen. Okay, not just the buttons, not just these icons that you're seeing. You also need to look left and right, bottom, everywhere. Okay, so we have to cover this thing that you should be able to click on this login, that whosoever is logged in, their name should be displayed. Okay, their name should be displayed, and when then we click on it, we are getting these options. Similarly, if you see for this is nothing but like notification or something. Okay, this is chat, and this again we have something. So let's go into the okay, let's go to the employer one. So here again, let's discuss what are we seeing on the screen. Let's go one by one. Rahul, can you start? What test scenarios can you see here?
Test scenarios like we have the department tab in which we have all administration and tech.
Mhm.
Above that we have the new button, and we have search tab. And bottom to that we have filters, group by, and favorites. Next to it we have like page for I don't know what it is.
So when I talk about test scenarios, we also need to describe it properly, like, okay, what is there under the departments tab? So what could be the basic functionality? So let's say if I click on any of this thing, let's say I'm clicking on administration. So it should be showing me only the employees who are from the administration column. Okay, so this would be my test scenarios that verify or validate that clicking on a department shows you all the employees related to it under that particular department that you can see. Then if I have a new button, then when I should be saying that, okay, verify that clicking on new button opens a page where I should be getting a ability, like I should be having the functionality to add new employees. Okay, so similarly, can you tell me for filters, what do you think just by looking at it? Okay, let me just give you this drop down as well. So by filters, what can we say?
Verify by clicking the filters, it give the drop down, I mean the options included in it, like my team, development.
We should be able to filter on the basis of department, on the basis of team,
Right,
on the basis of archive. Yeah.
correct. Okay. What about this group by?
So when we are clicking on department or job or tag, only that those employees will be displayed who's have this particular tag under them. Like the department, if you select department, then
Mhm.
only no.
Yeah, that's right. So if I select administration, it will show only that particular employee. If I select tech, it will show only those two employees. Okay. Now let's say if I group by them by department. So if you see over here, how many employees am I getting? It's getting grouped like administration is 1, tech is 2 right now. So if you have, similarly, if you have multiple departments, you can get those details as well here. Okay. So it will be like, it will be moving in which direction? Is it going in horizontal or is it going in vertical direction?
Horizontal.
Horizontal. So this also should be one of the test case that validate that all the departments are, displayed horizontally, and the employees are displayed like should be displayed in a list under those departments. Right? So we have a list over here. This is a list. Okay, now we are getting this column as well, this thing, what do you understand by this?
We have group by
Selected.
Mhm. Now, this will give me what other functionality? What else can we do it by this? So,
We can cancel and then the main page will appear.
yeah. So we need to mention that, verify that after grouping by, we also have the functionality that by clicking on this cancel button, the group by will get, the group by will be removed and will be getting all the employees again, like on the home screen. The home screen will be displayed. Fine. Okay. Let's create a new user now. Okay. So here, what things can you see? Can you give me a basic test scenario over here, or a test case, whatever?
Verify that we can give the employees name, the employees.
Do
Okay.
we need to tell the test cases or just a scenario?
Anything is fine. Anything is fine.
We should be able to enter the employee's name.
Okay, what could be the negative scenario over here?
Like we should,
Suppose-
if we leave it as a blank, so it should give you error.
Okay, so I should not be able to save this
save.
employee without giving the name. Okay. Anything else?
The name should be only characters, no numbers and no special character should be there. So that
Right.
is one of the negative scenario.
Okay, perfect. Good. So let's give out a name. What do you want to say? Let's do it test one. Okay. What about job position? So here we have the option that we can give anything. Okay, so it's taking a combination. You can give it SDAT2 or QA2. It will accept everything, even if you want to give special characters as well. So do you think, is there going to be any negative scenario for this?
The leaving blank would be the negative one.
Okay, leaving blank would be the negative one, right? Apart from that, there won't be any negative scenario for this. Okay, so under text, you can see we have two options, contract or permanent, and other thing, what else you're saying? Start typing. So what do you think? What is it?
It's error, defect.
Okay, anyone else?
It's like we can type if it has like a different role than that.
Okay, right. So
Like internship.
like internship or anything. So we can give anything of our own as well. So this is giving us the option. Okay. So how can we test this out? Start typing. How can we test this?
Click on it. and then start typing.
Yeah, so let's say if I'm typing contract, then what is it going to do?
Should like select from the drop down only. We should not like from the. It should give you the drop down menu to select from that.
So it should not allow me to create contract again. So
Yeah.
this will be the scenario that we should test as a negative scenario that, okay, the contract is already there. So is it, okay, it's still allowing me to save this. Yeah, here you can see that it's a validation error. That name already exists.
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
So let's discard this and let's try to save something else. Create temp. Okay, it's allowing me to create this. Now it is also allowing me to add multiple tags. Employee. Okay, now you can see the colors are also differing. They are not similar. Okay, here both are same.
But it
Cool.
should be the bug, right, Sonali? I mean, one employee cannot have like multiple designation.
That is, see, tags are just for differing them. Like it's fine if we can have these are customized ones, so if we can have multiple tags as well, doesn't matter. Now under mobile, what do you think? What should be the scenario here? How can you test this field?
Like
Can
It
use
should.
the boundary value analysis, like nine numbers, then about 10 numbers, special characters, then numbers. These are the negative ones, and the positive one will be the 10 numbers with positive mobile number.
Okay,
Valid.
let's try with the special characters. Is it giving you any error? Okay, so one thing that we can see over here is that it is not giving you any validation error at that particular moment only. Okay, let's say if I want to launch a plan, it says that, okay, right now it is saying that it is not attached to a user and manager of employee. Okay, let's do one thing. So we can attach the user. So whenever a employee is getting created, we are creating an employee on our HRM tool. So basically, in order to replicate, in order to give the access to that particular employee that, okay, now you can log in. So we need to create a user. So we have to give the email address so that they can, log into the portal using that email address. So let's say we are giving test1@giga.com. Okay. And it is still taking in the number. So whatever work mobile you had given over here, it is automatically, it's coming over here. You are inviting. So now let's try to again, it says that manager or this is not set. So where can you find the manager and all?
On the right side.
Right side. Okay. So it's you can see that it is giving you an option to start typing over here as well. So do you think it should be taking that? Like, let's say if the employee is not at all there and I'm trying to give that particular, so should it allow this thing?
no, it should not.
No.
No, right? Okay, let's see. The manager of test one should be linked to a user. Okay. So it is not allowing us, but the thing is that it is not giving us error at the same time when we are giving any details over here. So this can be raised as a bug as well. Yeah, it has accepted our work mobile as incorrect details. It is not doing any validation over here.
Like we have the call and SMS, right? So when we are performing that, do we get the error or like?
Yeah, when we perform that, obviously at that time we will get the error, but at the field level also we should be getting the error that this is not the correct. mobile number. So if you do, let's say right now, I think it won't allow us. So asking for FaceTime and all. But field level validation is also really important during these form and all, whenever you're, filling in any form at that time. So this thing, so sometimes what happens is that maybe product managers are not taking care of this, maybe like business analyst teams are not taking care of that thing, that feature is not added. So you should be taking a, initiative on your own, that we should add field level validation over here, that we should not, wait for the person, for the user to save the settings and then get the errors. Instead, we can do it at that moment only, that, okay, if this is not in the correct format, we should display a error on the bottom. You would have seen in many forms, right, that if the details are incorrect, we will get some information message over here that the details are not correct. You won't be able to save this. Cool. Okay. So let's look at it here. We have the private information as well, so we can add the address. So for address, what can we do? It will again accept everything, characters, numbers. You can give any details. Okay. What about email address?
There's no field there.
It's blurred out. It's not accepted.
Similar, but again, at a field level validation, what kind of thing we are going to expect?
We accept to get an email to verify the email is whatever email we have given is linked to our account. It is
Okay.
valid. So
Apart from that, just in that particular email string, what validation can we do?
At the rate should be there. And it should not be blank.
Yes. So at the rate, and then some text should be
.com.
there, and then .com or .in or whatever. So this format should be accepted. Okay, this kind of validation will have to do. Now, again, we have these details, family status, number of dependents. So these are what optional details. And see, we can have these drop downs and all. So we need to, now let's say, how will you validate that these are the proper drop downs that you're getting over here? From where is this details coming?
from the requirement.
Okay, from the requirement, that is fine. But on this application right now, you're seeing it on front end. So from where are these details coming?
Database.
Database.
From the database, correct. So from the database, who is getting that for you?
API.
Yes.
APIs, right? So basically, when we can say that, let's say if you inspect it and let's go to network tab. And let me reload this page. It won't let me reload. Okay. So here on the network tab right now, you're seeing I need to actually reload this page, then only we'll get the details. So basically, each and every detail that you are getting from the APIs, you should be able to see them on the network tab. Okay. So first of all, first point of validation for you will be, you will check from the network tab that, okay, these are the details that my APIs are getting for me. So let's say over here, we have how many? 5 options. Okay. So on the API side, if you're seeing that, okay, the API is getting me 6 results. But on my front end, I'm getting only 5. Then it's a front end issue, right? And if you're saying that on your API, you're getting 5 output, but on your database, you're getting 6. Then it's a which issue?
Data backend issue, database.
It's a database issue, right? So, okay, let me close this. Fine. Okay. So here you have this option of batch ID. So this we have as generate. So it is now creating something in this format, like it's a numeric one. Do you think you'll be able to edit it? We can still edit it. Okay, cool. What if I'll just clear it out? So how now it should again give me an option to generate a badge ID on my own. So right now it is giving me print badge ID. If I have clicked on it, so what is happening over here? That it's not able to recognize that the field is now empty.
Yes.
Yeah. So this is one of the bug that it is not able to recognize that the field is empty, but it is still allowing me to print it. Once I have clicked on print the badge ID, now it has updated this as generate. This should have been updated at that moment only.
And it should not allow to like edit also, right? If it's like generating.
Yeah.
Yes, basically it should not allow you to, but it again depends on the requirement. We can't, question this right now, but at least this thing we can clearly say that the empty one, we can't print it. We should not allow it to print. Now let's say that, okay, it's printing for us. It's in the format of PDF. Okay. Do you think this is fine? This is not looking good, right?
Yes.
It's going here and there. It's not, it's completely empty and all. So again, we can raise a bug for this, that first of all, these two, the logo and this should not be
Line.
just an align. Yeah, there should be some gap between them, and then the badge ID is not at all there. Okay, now in terms of the file that we have downloaded, what kind of other kind of validation that you are going to do?
It should have the employee name, employee type, like that.
Should have an employee name, right?
Maybe the basic information like employee name, email.
Okay.
And department is working.
Job position and the badge ID should be there.
Right. Okay. And the file that we have downloaded, that is in the form of PDF file. Okay. So we have to verify just a test scenario, not we are not talking about the negative ones right now. We're just saying that the verify that the downloaded badge ID should be in the form of PDF file. And it should not be in the form of Word or anything like editable file.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
Okay. Now, again, in terms of payroll, we can add different, like now, if you see over here, under the work information, QA2, okay, and we have not given anything over here, QA. I'm selecting QA2 for this. It's not allowing me to do it. Okay. Anything, if I'm, let's say, if I'm trying to select anything from the drop down, it's not allowing me. So let's just try to print. So if I have typed it on my own, then it's allowing me to. So it's again one of the bug. Then where were we? Okay. Now, once I have given the job position over here on my own, then we are getting under payroll job position. Again, we are getting something over here. But now I'm getting the option of drop down, but I'm not able to select anything from here. Okay. So this is also one of the bug.
So Sonali, so here we should not get this drop down options, right? Because it is already selected there.
Right. First of all, we should not be getting any drop down itself over here. If we are still getting any drop down, okay, let's say if that it was there in the requirement that the drop down will be there. Let's say if I'm selecting QA manager over here, then here also it will get updated to QA manager. Okay, but it's not doing that. part also.
We have to check the requirement in this case. Like
Yes.
if it is like two-way.
Yes, we have to check the requirement for this. Okay. Okay, now if you can see that whatever actions that we have done, okay, for that it has given updated some notes over here for us that, okay, we have added this, the address, marital status, then onboarding has started. So for onboarding, it is showing you three things: set up IT materials, plan training, and then training assigned to the employee which we are creating. Whereas above two things were assigned to the person who is creating this. So I'm logged in as Sonali Mathur. So it has been assigned to me. So these things looks perfect, right? There is no issue over here. Okay, let's try to launch the plan. We have to launch this onboarding plan. Okay, congratulations, and employee created. Okay, let's go back to the tab and you're able to see this. Okay. Now, if you see over here, if you'll click over here, we are getting these details: plan training, setup IT materials, and I'm getting plan training once again. Okay, so this is not the thing, like this is not correct. It should be basically, it should be present only once, right?
Yes.
Okay. Now, if you see over here, we have the option to mark it as done and schedule next. So when do you think, like, what different scenarios can we test out over here?
If you save it, it should get, like, it should reflect there on the activity.
Okay. So this is already created. If I'll save it, I don't think it is going to change anything for us.
So if we mark as done, there should be an option for if it is done, then there should be some mark. Like
Check mark.
some sign, yes, check mark sign should be there that it is done. And if we discard, then there should be some sign for each each option.
Like
Okay.
when we click on done and schedule next, it should give you like next page to start scheduling.
Okay.
Yeah, right.
All right. So one bug can you figure out over here? We've already gone through it. So you can see that the save button is enabled, right? We have not made any changes and it is still enabled for us. So basically in these technical terms, when you will be testing out the actual applications and all, you'll be seeing that the save buttons and all will be enabled only once you make any change. When you update anything, when you edit any details, only in that case, this save button should be enabled. Otherwise, it should be disabled for now. Okay, so this is one of the issues. So let's say if I'm editing this plan training 1, and now I'm trying to save it. So, okay, this is getting updated now, and I'm getting 2 different plan trainings. Okay, so you were saying that mark as done. When I mark it as done, I should be seeing that some check mark or something like this. So let's see if I mark it as done, that particular thing has gone from here. Right? I'm not seeing anything. So, okay, that might be some of the requirement that whatever has been done, you can just remove it. So now let me just open this up. Let's open it. And you can see that Marked as done, set up IT materials for training due in 5 days. So we are not getting anything over here as to all that log notes. Under log notes, we should be getting this. Let's see under activities. Activities is something we can create a new song. So under log notes, I should be getting these details that this has been marked as done. Okay, right now, I'm not getting anything. Let's try to mark this as done from here. Yep. Done to be done. Okay. Okay, over here we are getting these details. To do is done. So do you think this looks fine? Like this is not proper. It's looking like to do done. This is not even readable properly. Originally assigned to this has been marked as done. So we can again raise a bug for this as well. Okay, let's look at the discard one. If I want to discard this training. No, not getting any log for that it has been discarded. Fine. So I want you guys to, I'll be sharing the credentials for this one. I want you guys to write down few test scenarios and try to find out as much bugs as possible, because that is going to help us in the longer run. Okay. And try to give the proper, like language, try to use the proper language. Do you guys still have the Jira credentials with you?
Yes.
Yes.
Okay. So please log out the bugs over there. Okay. And
In our Jira account, Sonali, or the one you give us in that one?
the one which I had given to you.
Yeah,
Sure.
yeah, okay.
Okay.
Can you again share the link, Sonali?
Sure, I'll share the link, but the username and credentials, even I need to search for that. If anyone of you have it handy, can you please post it on the
Site, Sabina?
Yeah, I am checking this.
Okay. Got it.
I should have it. So
Rahul has given.
Okay. All right. Let's look at the department now. Okay. So under department, we are seeing that what exactly can we see over here? We have 3 departments created. One is administration, sales, and then tech. So we have 2 employees under tech and 1 employee under administration. So how can you test this, that this count is getting incremented, or like this count is getting incremented? How can we test this?
By creating new employees.
Okay. Apart from that,
Deleting some employees.
and deleting some employees. So basically, let's say if I have this test one created, so I can add this administration and then I can check it out. So let me save it. Okay. Is it updated? Yes. But now if you would have seen that once I had landed over here, okay, let me do it once again. So administration, launch plan, okay, this one. Administration, launch plan. Employees. So currently, once I'm here, it's not updating the account. Okay, I need to click on it, and now you'll be able to see that the count has been updated. Right? So this is, again, we can raise this as a bug that count should be updated at that moment only when I land on this home screen of the employee. And I shouldn't be waiting, like the application should not wait for me to click on any of the department and then it will update the count. Is this clear?
Yes.
Yes. Yeah.
Okay, now let's come to this departments tab. Yeah, we can see that, okay, this count has been proper. So total employees, how many total employees do we have?
6.
We have 6 employees and we are getting only 5 over here. So you can see, now do you think this is a bug that only 6 of them, like we have 6 of them, but only 5 of them are there in the departments tab?
No, the temp, I think test 2, there is no department selected for test 2.
Right. So this is not a bug. We have an employer which doesn't have a, like this is under in the draft state right now. We have not launched it any, we have not given any proper details for it right now. We have not created the user as well for it. So if you can see related user, it's coming as empty. So once we create a user from here, you need to give some details, your email address and all. Then this related user will get populated on its own. You need to give all the mandatory details and then click on launch plan. Then only this employee will be active. Okay.
But it is not showing any in progress or the only the time. Which one?
There's like small time logo.
With the time logo?
Yes, yes, it is not showing anything. So basically we can also say that, yeah, this is a bug that we should be getting some information that this is in draft state. Okay. So we are not getting any details. So these things is basically that these are the activities that are planned for it. That's why we are getting this for that. And we are not getting this button for the test 2. But still we should be getting some information showing that this is in draft state. You have not entered all the details. This user is not active right now. Okay. Now you can just see over here that we have the option that we can chat directly from this user. We can do a direct call. So if you see all the things that overdue, what is overdue, that discuss salary, this is not marked as done. This is overdue. This is planned. Now let's try to schedule an activity. So scheduling an activity, let's set up a meeting, and meeting could be exit from meetings. Okay. So, and now I'm trying to, let's try to do it today only. Schedule for which we had done. We had done it for this one, or which employer?
So some of them, like they don't have, all of them have the same options there, Sonali, right? In your name also, there is no, like the activity is not coming there.
Activity, yeah, because there is no activity right now. You can schedule activity.
Okay, then it will
Then,
come.
yeah, yeah. Okay, let's schedule it again for this one. I completely forgot which one for. That's it. And then let's try to schedule this. Okay. Now you see this, that it is coming in green color, sorry, yellow color. So for today, I'm getting it in a yellow color. For anything which is in future, we are getting it in green color. If I have anything which I created for, let's say, call, again, exit docs. Okay. And then I had, let's say, schedule it for the past. it not showing?
Like overwriting the older one.
Yes, it's actually overriding. See, exit docs, we are getting it here in the red, but we can see that we are not getting anything over here. It's okay. Okay, this again, you can see that it's kind of a bug only that you're getting. It is red whenever you have it. Whenever you have a overdue and maybe it's a call, then that particular button itself is getting updated. Okay, the button should be like this only, the activity button. It should be showing you all the details, but it's getting updated to this one. Let me mark it as done. Let's see if it's getting updated now. Yes. Okay. So whichever is the last activity, how is it getting updated? Whichever is the last activity for you. So this is a group exit. So if I mark it as done, so this will be like this. But again, we can raise a bug for this, that there should be a particular activity button only which should be displayed over here, which should show me all the things. It is right now looking as if like I want to call this person and nothing else apart from that, that I can directly call this person from here. Okay, now if you see over here, we have two views over here. One is the Kanban view, one is this list view. So let's try to see this as well. So what details are we getting? We are getting proper details over here, like in depth, what is a work phone, employee name, work phone, work email address, activities. So we are getting each and everything, that plan trainings, set up IT materials. But again, this is just showing you the first activity name. Okay, so maybe this Anisha would be having like 3 activities to it, but it is just showing me what plan trainings, one single name, item name. You can see if you hover on it, it says 2 records. Okay. This says that, okay, this is overdue, like the deadline has been 9 days ago. So this looks fine. But again, the button is like it's getting updated to a call. These are scheduled buttons at no records found. Okay. So similarly, you can do some, filtering over here and try to find out a few issues over here. Okay. This was it. Okay, again, under configuration as well, we have the option that we can create the new department. So let's say I'm creating a new department as marketing. Okay, so now let's say I am trying to save it like this only. Okay, I'll go back. So it's allowing me to save the marketing or any department name without any manager or parent department. So these are not the mandatory fields. Okay, so what will be the test scenarios here?
So it is not mandatory means it is not a bug. We can save it.
Yeah, we can save it. That's that could be a requirement, that it's fine if you don't have a manager over here.
Okay.
So what different scenarios can you create write for this?
Duplicate one, or you already mentioned marketing, and if another person also tries to add a same department, it should give a
Okay, which means like duplicate.
duplicate one.
This is kind of duplicate. Okay, then
It should not allow the department which is not like in their system.
in the system, as in like the thing is like we can enter, this is to create new departments only, right? So we can create anything.
Okay.
By looking at these fields, what are you getting?
There should be save buttons instead of send message.
No.
Because-
So what happens over here is you just give the name and you go back to it. So this is how the entire application is working. So they are not following any save button.
So this new department should reflect on the department list drop down.
Okay, right. But on this particular page, what can you see? So my first scenario would be that I should be able to save the department with just the department name. The second will be that I should be able to create a new department by giving the department name and the manager field. Third could be I should be able to save the department by giving all the details for all the required details, parent, department, manager, department name. Okay, so we need to verify, validate all of these things. It should not be like that, okay, I'm able to save the department name without giving these two details. And when I try to give some details over here under the manager, I'm not able to save it now. So it should not be like this. So these all things we need to validate. And then whatever actions we are performing over here should be coming under the log notes. That this thing you have changed, this thing you have changed, this is where you have made some changes. That's fine.
Yeah.
Now we have the option of attaching some files to it. Okay, so let's say that if I attach this. Okay, so it is accepting doc file, and is it allowing me to add new? Yes. Okay, let's try to attach two files to that. Okay, so multiple doc files I can upload over here, doesn't matter, and I should be able to delete them as well. Okay, now again, if you would have seen that there was a download option as well. So let's say that I have uploaded something. Now some other user comes to this department and they want to download this particular file, that what are the policies. So they should be able to download this. And let's see if it's giving you the details. Yep. Okay, so this is again one of the validation. All right. Cool. So try to find out more issues on this employee thing. Tomorrow we will go through the invoicing part, just try to discover some more details over here as well. We will start automating this application from tomorrow onwards. And so that's why I want you guys to focus more on employees. Okay, try it out, write down manual test cases very neatly, very properly on the Zephyr, or if you're comfortable on Excel sheet anywhere. So whatever test cases you'll be writing down, will be automating those only. So those test cases should be of high priority one. High priority one, how will you say that this is of high priority? Any high priority test case that we had discussed today?
That the phone logo, it's like it's overdue. It's looking like we have to call somebody, right?
Yeah, but that is a high priority bug. Talking
No.
about high priority test case.
Okay.
Any smoke test, let's say smoke test, what will be the smoke test for this employee module?
So like the URL basically, and I should be able to log in.
You should be able to log in. Apart from that, on this employee module,
Then checking the basic functionality of the application.
yeah. So what is the basic functionality of employee module?
Creating the employee
You should
Yeah.
be able to add the employee value, right?
And making the no, I mean like a to-do list, we are doing that, right?
So
Right.
we're basically adding any activity.
This, yeah.
Okay. Okay. Apart from that,
Just clicking as a smoke test, clicking on particular department, uh, seeing the drop down list.
okay. So correct. So
Creating
what?
user, deleting the employee.
Right, right. Okay, so we can say that creating a new user, creating creating a new department, creating activities, deleting the employee, deleting or marking these activities as done. Okay, so these things would be coming under as the smoke tests, which are of high priority test cases. Okay. So do write down the scenarios, test cases proper. So when I say test cases, each and every step should be mentioned. So that first step would be launch the URL. Second step would be login using the credential I will provide you. Third would be create on new, like click on new and then fill in all the details like on each and every step. So let's say if I have over here, click on employee's name, enter the employee name, click on job position, enter the job position. Like you need to give some details over there. I'm just saying enter the job position. You need to give some details. Like you can say that enter marketing, enter sales, these kind of things. So everything should be in detail, whatever test case you're writing now. Okay.
So Sonali, do we need to cover the both positive and negative test cases?
So when I say smoke test,
Only
it should
positive.
cover up only positive test cases.
Positive, yes, yes, right.
Okay.
So it's like launching, creating a login, creating users, activities, deleting users and activities, and then log out. That's it, right?
This I want you to cover up as multiple test cases. Okay. So first test cases would be launch the URL, log into the application, click new, and then add the details for the employee, and then just you can come to the employee again and just validate that particular user has been created or not, and then log out. Third
Okay.
test case, which I want you to validate, is open the application again, log in, click on the any already created user. Maybe
Yeah.
let's say the user that you have created. Now check what are the activities for them. Okay. If there are any activities attached to them, then you need to mark one of the activity as done.
Okay.
Okay. Now we can also say that, okay, let's say third test scenario would be, test case would be login again, open any employee which is already created, add a new schedule entry to it.
Okay.
Okay. And then fourth one would be creating a new department and then assigning that department to an employee.
Okay.
Okay. In the meanwhile, you do this like 5 to 6 test cases, whatever you're doing. Try to find out as much bugs as possible, and we'll discuss them as well tomorrow.
Okay.
Okay.
Yeah.
All
Yes.
right.
Okay.
Thank you so much. Bye.
You
Thank you,
share
Bye.
all the credentials in the group, right?
Yeah, I'll be sharing the credentials in the group. Yeah.
Okay. Thank you, Sonali.
Thank you,
Okay.
Sonali.
Thank you.
Bye.
Thank you,
Bye.
Sonali.
Yeah.